Baseball has always been a game of numbers. 3 days, 40 rounds, 1,215 selections. The 2017 Major League Baseball draft is now complete. Let's take a look.
I tell you what, man, it's so crazy to be here. Like, it's funny to see how your career kind of changes a little bit. I even think back when I was drafted, like, we just got a phone call. Like, it was when dial-up internet was really starting to get going. Yeah, exactly.
97, we were on dial-up internet, and that's how we were following it. I was actually in a pre-calculus class, taking my exam for the year. We had 1 week left of school, and the principal called me out. I went. My mom was on the phone, told me the Twins had drafted me 9th overall. You know, I was excited, obviously, but then I went back and finished the exam. So times have definitely changed.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, this is like a production. So it's even like talking to different guys. It's like, this is not just for football. It's not just for basketball. Like, baseball's really making a splash and giving people the opportunity to watch.
The MLB draft has changed considerably, and it's nice that they're shedding some light on it and make you realize how difficult it really is. There may be 30 or 40 picks for a team, and that's a lot to get through to actually make a splash in the big leagues.
Oh, man, first of all, for these young men, it's a blessing. You know, they're blessed with the talent to play this game. You know, God gave them a tool, and, you know, they're using it very well.
I'll tell players, listen, you guys have talent. We have to develop you, but you also have to, you're responsible for your own development.
These kids are going to get the opportunity of their lifetime to showboat and, you know, get picked, and I'm excited for them because you like to see new talent. On my plate, anybody named Ruth, Garrick, or Mantle, I'm taking them right off the get-go.
Austin, if you could just talk about being out and representing the Cincinnati Reds here at the Major League Baseball draft, a lot of dreams will be coming true today.
Yeah, it's a fun time for everybody, and especially these guys who are going to get picked, and it's kind of fun to see, looking back now, see them getting ready to get started on the journey to hopefully the big leagues.
Putting on that jersey for the first time, live up to the expectation, the dream that you had in mind?
Yes, I mean, this is a great ball club to be a part of, the Cincinnati Reds, and a great fan base, and just, you know, a historic ballpark and environment in general, so it's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
Feel a little bit longer because you were so excited to have your name said, you know, for the draft?
It felt a little long, but, you know, I had confidence in the player that I am, and you know, I believe that the team saw that as well. So, like I said, this is experience I wanted to have with my family. I knew that I was going to come here no matter what the situation was, and I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I had that experience.
Among the highlights Monday night at the MLB studios in Secaucus, New Jersey, Prep shortstop Royce Lewis went to Minnesota first overall, while Sports Illustrated cover boy Hunter Green, a two-way star who you saw who plays both short and pitches, went second to Cincinnati. Green, another high school star, was drafted to become the game's next great hurler. Meanwhile, the Yankees grabbed South Carolina pitcher Clark Schmidt at number 16 in the first round. They hope he can be a great pitcher in the majors. The same hopes the Mets have for their first rounder. They took Oregon lefty David Peterson at number 20. Schmidt just had Tommy John surgery in May, but experts believe he will recover and was more talented than pick number 16. As for the 6'4", 240-pound Peterson, he went 11-4 with a 2.51 ERA this season and finished second in the nation with 140 strikeouts and 100.1 innings. He walked just 15 batters. He adds to the Mets' pitching-rich pipeline. The Amazons could use Peterson right about now, actually. The club has been plagued by injuries. We will start with the good, though. Wednesday night, the Mets rallied past the defending champion Chicago Cubs 9-4, doing so in the 8th inning behind Curtis Granderson's 300th career home run. Juan Lagares also had a key triple in the comeback. We go inside the locker room for more.
Really cool to, one, be in a situation that give our team an opportunity to win, but gotta give credit to, you know, all the coaches I've had, and Kevin Long and Six that are here right now that have just continued to work with me, stay confident. This team continued to battle, give us an opportunity to win tonight, and our pitching staff. You know, once Harvey went out, everybody, you know, piling in and doing what they could to keep us in the ball game, and due to with the big home run, that give us a little more insurance at the end. Definitely a big thing for us.
You know, you feel a little bad, you know, for those guys, but I hope they feel good. We have to stay in the game, you know, because it's a long game. That happened early, you know, we have a long game to go, so we have to stay in the game, and I think we will do a very good job.
The Mets took 2 of 3 from the Cubs heading into Thursday night, where the club had been winners of 5 of 6. The news before the game wasn't very good on the injury front, though. Starter Matt Harvey, who pitched Wednesday night, has a bum shoulder, while second baseman Neil Walker partially tore his hamstring in the come-from-behind victory. The two have been placed on the disabled list. To make matters worse, staff ace Noah Syndergaard, out indefinitely since April 30th with a strained lat, is still at least 4 weeks away from being able to throw again. Despite those injuries, we caught up with the Mets before the game Thursday night to ask about how they are keeping upbeat in the locker room. Here's more. You think you guys have been really impressed by what you've been able to do? I mean, I know the record's not where you would want it to be, but all things considered, with everything that's gone on, how well this team has played, especially lately?
I don't think it surprises anybody. I think we have a lot of injuries, which is, you don't hope for those kind of things, but I think our whole roster is stacked, and I think we can just keep putting together good at-bats and good pitching. Obviously, our pitching is always going to be there. So, just got to keep working, playing as a team, and, hopefully good things come.
What do you think makes Washington so good this year?
I think it's a lot of things. I think it's their starting pitching, the depth in their lineup. They got speed, they got power, consistent bats. So that's what makes them a complete team, and they execute. So I think, it's going to be a good series, and we're excited to go up against them.
I'm sure the fans of the Bronx happy to see that you're getting a lot of playing time, and Terry's moving you around and all over the infield and getting a chance to bat fifth again tonight. Just how your season is coming together for you?
I have some ups and downs. It's definitely a different year for me. Trying to learn how to play off the bench and stay ready. But it's a learning experience, and I'm trying to stay positive. And now I'm getting some opportunities here. So I just want to keep putting together some good at bats and play some good defense, and whatever I can do to help the team win. That's my goal.
Bronx native T.J. Rivera, who had 2 hits Thursday night in what turned out to be an 8-3 defeat to the first-place Washington Nationals, will likely get the bulk of the playing time with Walker's sideline. The Mets just can't stay healthy. Lagares left Thursday's game with a fractured joint in his left thumb after trying to make a diving catch, with Walker joining middle infield partner Asdrubal Cabrera on the DL. The Mets' current plan is to play Jose Reyes at short, Rivera at second. Wilmer Flores will play third base. The Mets have also been cautious with outfielder Michael Conforto and his all-star caliber season. He's been dealing with some back discomfort of late. The Amazons will need Conforto and Yoenis Cespedes right in order to stay in the thick of things. They continue their series with Washington this weekend in Flushing. Tickets are still available for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check out Mets.com for more. The injury bug has also all of a sudden hit the first-place Yankees, too. Left-hander CC Sabathia was placed on the 10-day disabled list with a left hamstring strain, and first baseman Greg Bird, dealing with a bum right ankle, was pulled back from his rehab assignment. Bronx Bomber catcher Gary Sanchez also exited Thursday night's game in Oakland with a tight groin. Sabathia has really turned his career around this season and will be missed in his absence. A back-and-forth affair at the Coliseum went in favor of the A's, who staved off the Yankees with a walk-off 2-run single from Chris Davis in the 10th inning to claim an 8-7 series opening victory. The Pinstripers opened their West Coast swing in the win column Monday night against Anaheim, but then dropped 2 straight before another close loss Thursday night in Oakland. Yanks have dropped 3 in a row. They finish off the West Coast trip with 3 more in Oakland this weekend. The Yanks then return to the Bronx Tuesday to face the LA Angels. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. Tap Right, written by Jose Ortiz, on Saturday won the Belmont Stakes, the 3rd contest in horse racing's Triple Crown. Undefeated boxer Floyd Mayweather and 2-weight UFC world champion Conor McGregor have agreed to a boxing match on August 26th in Las Vegas. It's official. The fight is expected to become the highest-grossing event in the history of either sport. The fight was confirmed on Wednesday evening, with McGregor tweeting "The fight is on" moments before Mayweather posted a short promotional video to his Instagram page along with the caption, "It's official." Old news here. We called it on Sports NYC and actually featured the prospects with our friends at the Morris Park Boxing Club. As we get closer, I'll give you my pick for the fight. From the NBA hardwood, the Golden State Warriors did indeed make it 2 out of 3. And yes, Kevin Durant is your finals MVP. The Warriors topped last year's champs Cleveland and LeBron James 129-120 in Game 5 to seal it Monday night. The Warriors celebrated this week with a parade where Draymond Green poked some fun at the Cavs with his Quickie t-shirt. Green making light of the Warriors taking the series in 5 games. It took 6 games for the Penguins to win the Stanley Cup Finals, and they did it in grand fashion Sunday night in a 2-0 shutout of Nashville. Center Sidney Crosby won the Conn Smythe Trophy for the 2nd straight season. The 29-year-old Crosby had 27 points, 8 goals, 19 assists in 24 Stanley Cup playoff games, including 7 points, 1 goal, 6 assists during the Cup final. In my assessment, he is the best player we have seen in the NHL since Wayne Gretzky. No surprise that the Pens are back-to-back Cup champions. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for some more kudos for Yankee rookie Aaron Judge. The Bronx Bomber rookie phenom is now leading the American League in the Triple Crown categories: home runs, RBIs, and average. Judge could become the 2nd player in Major League Baseball history to win a single-season home run crown as a rookie, joining Mark McGwire, who belted 49 dingers in 1987. No rookie has ever achieved the Triple Crown. I think it's safe to say he will likely win the Rookie of the Year, but he could also be the most valuable player in the American League. Only 3 players in MLB history have slashed 300, 400, 600 or better as rookies. The first to do so was George Watkins in 1930. The second was a guy named Ted Williams, and in his rookie season with the Boston Red Sox, he belted 31 homers and a league-leading 145 RBI, finishing 4th in American League Most Valuable Player voting. If memory serves, the splendid Splinter would go on to have a pretty good Hall of Fame career. Another 63 years passed before a 3rd player joined the club. In 2001, Albert Pujols cruised to the NL Rookie of the Year award by slashing .329, .403, .610 with 37 homers and 130 RBI. He'd finish in the top 3 in National League MVP voting in 8 of the next 9 years, adding 3 of those trophies to his mantle. All of these stats could mean nothing, but I'd like to believe otherwise. Judge is in special company, and he could be heading for perhaps the most special of seasons: an MVP, a Rookie of the Year, and possibly a Triple Crown. Oh boy. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.